Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back into Northland Basketball. Welcome back to Show Low High School for more of our broadcast coverage of the Show Low Cougars taking on the Monument Valley Mustangs. Now the boys' varsity game is up, and we are right smack dab in the middle of the national anthem. Let's join that. Well, let's get the broadcast going. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. And the Show Low Cougars open up with the basketball. Preston Power working inside, surrounded by Mustangs who are able to tie him up. I think the key guy defensively got a hand in there was Latrell Smith, forcing the Show Low turnover, and Smith will throw it in for Monument Valley as we get it underway. Everybody, welcome in to Northland Basketball. It's brought to you by Choice NTUA Wireless and our great sponsoring partners like Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thank you to Holbrook Family Dentistry. Thank you as well to Beeman Well Drilling. As we watch Monument Valley go to work with a jump shot. Smith missing a three-pointer from the right angle. And we'll give you the starting five for Monument Valley. I mentioned Latrell Smith. Kerry Nash gets a start here in this one as well. Mustangs are going to work the ball around. There's Nash with the ball for a moment. Ralph Gray III is a starter for MV. Sean Shorty is in the starting lineup as we watch this one go up, and it is partially blocked. Kerry Nash got his shot blocked by Preston Power. Show Low on the run, inside to Preston, too strong, and the rebound comes down to Kerry Nash from Monument Valley. And the fifth starter, I waited to give you that fifth name, Jaden Redhouse, because Jaden, coming into a senior year now for Monument Valley, gave us all one of those huge thrills as you watch him go to work inside. Jaden unable to make that shot. Good defense by Show Low. And Jaden hit a game-winning shot, a three-pointer, to advance Monument Valley in the playoffs last year. If I'm not mistaken, that was in the semifinals. where he made that huge last-second three-point basket that elevated Monument Valley and got them to the championship game. How about number 2 out there? How about Jaden Redhouse, one of the all-time moments in Monument Valley basketball history, and he's got the ball now. The lefty releases on the left angle, and he's unable to connect on that. Cutter Seeley has the rebound for the Cholo Cougars. Let's look at Cholo's starting 5. There's Cutter Seeley, and he's going to drop a pass back to Mason Bigos. In the starting lineup, there is Thomas Ellsworth with a shot that's no good. Cohen's that's not Cohen. Sorry, he didn't get a start today. That was. Hold on. First of all, let's check the foul. Kerry Nash has picked up his first foul of the game for Monument Valley. And just having a bit of an issue with my roster. I believe that's Cameron Wallenstein. It is Cameron at the free throw line. And the second foul shot is going to be waved off because of a violation. Cholo. Cougars are going to get a steal. Cutter Seeley has it. A little trouble on the handles. Picks it up. Drops it back. Throws it right to Jaden Redhouse. He's going to run it up the floor. Thomas Ellsworth fouls him on the way in before the shot. And that's first foul on Ellsworth. First team foul for Cholo. Each team with now 1 foul here in the first quarter. 2.5 minutes into play, and it's 1-0. Here's the inbound. Smith has it in backcourt. Latrell Smith will pick up his dribble for the Mustangs. To Nash, and now in the corner right side, Ralph Gray. And then back out to Latrell Smith. Gray for 3, right side, way too much. And a whistle. Cholo foul. Preston Power picks up his first foul. Angling for position inside to try to get a rebound. And that Monument Valley turnover. So, the basketball belongs to Cholo. Wallenstein now out on top to Bigos. Thomas Ellsworth dribbles behind the back and sends it back outside. Bigos to Cutter Seeley. Ellsworth for a 3. And he's got that one. Big shot. And Ellsworth's first points of the game. First field goal made by either one of these teams. Took 3.5 minutes for that to get done. And it's 4-0. Cholo in front of Monument Valley. Cougars are getting set to check a couple of new guys into the game. Keegan Kobrowitz will come in just a moment. So will Nash Brewer into the Cholo lineup. And a shot, no good, as the shot clock was expiring. And with that, halfway into the first quarter, Monument Valley wants a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well, everybody. Grab a 30-second word in from Holbrook Family Dentistry, one of our sponsoring partners of Northland Basketball. 3:58 on the clock, first quarter. 4-0 Cholo. This is Northland Basketball, presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook, or call 928-524-0000. 888-346-6854.
So Sholo has brought Nash Brewer into the game. He's got the ball here now. Tries to force a pass that gets knocked away by Monument Valley. Back to Nash. Also into the game is Keegan Kobzowitz. And he's going to get his first shot attempt. And it's a nice little short-range jumper from the right side. That's good. And the Cougars lead 6-0. 6-0 early on over Monument Valley in this one. And Preston Power has a shot block. He rejected Latrell Smith back outside for three. That one is going to be no good. Tipped around, controlled by the Mustangs, and Latrell Smith finally ends the scoring drought for Monument Valley with a big three from the right angle. Took 5 minutes for Monument Valley to finally get something going, and it's the three-point version of that. And Cutter Seeley throws that one into the Monument Valley bench, so the Mustangs will have it back. Hey, hit another three, tie the ball game. Inbound, here come the Mustangs, and that's a travel. Yeah, I could see it all the way. It's Ralph Gray back there, and he was kind of looking left, and then he looked to the right last second, and he kind of tried to nonchalant the extra step. Tried to make it look like, yeah, you know, I know what I'm doing here, and I didn't do anything, but the official, he found it. He saw it all the way. Here's Jaden Redhouse. Now to Ralph Gray, and he's going to gather in a couple of defenders on him. Able to hang on to the basketball. Jaden Sosi has come into the lineup for Monument Valley. Here is a Smith three-point try from the right side. Latrell Smith has 2 threes early on in the game. And one thing we haven't mentioned is that Monument Valley is playing today, as they've tied the game here at 6. They're playing without their best basketball player. Yuzia Flores is unavailable. He's got a sprained ankle, so not playing today. He's in street clothes on the bench for Monument Valley, but he's not able to play in the game. Got a chance to say hi to him. There he is. Got a chance to say hi to him before the game briefly. I'm sure that Roberto was watching the broadcast from Washington, as he was the girls' game earlier. Roberto Flores, one of the all-timers at Monument Valley. One of the all-time greats. Sholo has brought Hadley Dazen into the game. There's a Preston Power turnaround, fadeaway jump shot from the baseline. It's no good. Monument Valley has the rebound. Left side, Sosi. Nice backdoor cut and a beautiful lay-in. Sosi the assist. Latrell Smith, his third basket. Monument Valley has taken over the lead, scored 8 unanswered points, and all 8 of those points belong to Latrell Smith. Hit the 2 big threes. Here is Nash Brewer to try to stop the Monument Valley run, but the three-point try there is no good. Sosi the rebound. Mustangs walking into front court, 25 seconds on the clock. Jaden Redhouse cutting through the paint, and Redhouse able to put it off the glass for his first bucket of the game. 10 straight points scored by Monument Valley. Preston Power rebound and powers it back up for his first bucket of the game. Yeah, believe it or not, that's Preston's first points today. Long shot up there, no good to end the quarter, just like that. Monument Valley with a huge comeback. They scored 10 straight points and now have a 10-8 lead as we go to the second quarter. Everybody take a look at the last action here. The rebound and putback by Preston Power right there. And our score is 10-8. Monument Valley leading Sholo here. Stand by, everybody. Back in a moment with no more Northland Basketball. And it's presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
So back to the action here. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless and some great partners like the Furniture Gallery in Snowflake. Thank you to the Furniture Gallery in Snowflake, also to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overguard locations. And finally, I want to say thank you to Mountain Mobile Auto Glass in 10, one of our great sponsoring partners, and they will bring you the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report coming up at the intermission. But meanwhile, the second quarter does get underway. Sholo's got the ball first. Monument Valley has the lead at 10-8. Thomas Ellsworth has it knocked from his hands, and then he is the last guy to touch it out of bounds. The defender in front of him, Kerry Nash, making the play for Monument Valley. They lead 10-8. So bring you back to the action. Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call of this broadcast. I want to make a correction from the first quarter. I had mentioned a foul on Preston Power, and it turns out that Preston did not commit that foul at the time and has no fouls yet in the game. It was a foul on Cutter Seeley, and Cutter has just now picked up his second personal foul in the game. That is the first team foul on Sholo. Remember that every quarter now in high school basketball here in Arizona, every quarter they reset the foul total. And anytime you get to 5 total team fouls, that's double bonus. That's 2 foul shots. There is no such thing as 1-and-1 anymore in Arizona high school basketball. We also have a shot clock. Remember that as well. There's 35 seconds on the shot clock when you take possession of the basketball. Sholo running the weave outside. Thomas Ellsworth working the baseline, back outside. There's Cutter Seeley now. Keegan Kobzowitz. Mason Bigos on the drive outside. And Thomas Ellsworth has a three-point try, rim out on him. That ball wanted to go down. I mean, it had the intent, but it just wouldn't stay. Then it jumps right back out on him. So Sholo unable to recapture the lead, which they would have had with that shot. Jaden Redhouse in the corner left side. Seeley, the man-to-man defender on him. Now Kerry Nash. Drops a pass inside. Nice cut to the basket. Give Nash the assist. Give Jaden Redhouse the bucket. He's got his second field goal of the game for Monument Valley, and way downtown. This is Mason Bigos. Mason's got his first basket of the ball game. Jaden Redhouse answers for Monument Valley. Redhouse of that heroic game-winning playoff three-point basket in the semis last year that sent Monument Valley to the championship game. He gets his first 3 of this one. Cutter Seeley missed a shot. Keegan Kobzowitz was there to pick up the scraps and make the putback for the Cougars, who trail by 2 after the make. 15-13, Monument Valley. Ellsworth Scrappy, tough defense. Unable to get the ball away from Jaden Sosi. So the Mustangs will reset the offense. Outside, Red House. And the three did not go in for him. Rebound, Cameron Wallentine. Long pass up the floor to Cutter Seeley, and he took an extra step in the process. Well, we'll give you some scoring updates here in just a moment. Before I do that, I have to get some things straightened out in the book. Here's a Wallentine assist on the outlet pass to Preston Power. Preston is a guy who I think is routinely going to get to 30 points a game this season for Sholo. So far tonight, a bit of a slow start. He's got 4 points. He'll come out on defense, try to get out there on Kerry Nash. And now a little fade away on the left baseline from Monument Valley. Won't go in. Red House checks out in favor of Latrell Smith for Monument Valley. Smith joins Ralph Gray in the lineup. Jaden Sosi is out there setting up defense now. Latrell Begay in the lineup for Monument Valley as you watch Sholo miss on a shot attempt from downtown. Hadley Dazen gives it up to Preston Power, too strong on the shot, and Wallentine has the rebound. Swinging around left side, Bigos for Sholo. Unable to finish anything out. Kerry Nash rounds out that 5 in the lineup out there for Monument Valley right now. And there is a rebound down to Jaden Sosi. The Mustangs will run it up the floor. Sholo's defense, Preston Power, Cameron Wallentine, Mason Bigos. As you watch the reverse lay-in attempt, no good. Hadley Dazen out there. Look at this one. Look at this one. Go in. The big three with the big bounce. Latrell Begay has the 4th three-point make of the game for Monument Valley. They're back in front by 3. 18-15, break the tie again. So Sholo has Power and Wallentine. Thomas Ellsworth is out there, Mason Bigos. Hadley Dazen with the ball in the paint. He's going to try to power one up there. That's no good. And after a Latrell Begay rebound, you get a Cameron Wallentine foul. Two team fouls on Sholo. None on Monument Valley, and we played over 5 minutes of the quarter. There's a long shot, no good for Kerry Nash, who has come back into the lineup for the Mustangs. Wallentine at the top of the key. The little give and go, and he'll pull up left side, and the nice little left-handed jump shot is good. He elevated. He got way up there. How's the view up there, man? I wouldn't have any idea. I never had those kind of hops. Great shot by Wallentine. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report comes up at the break. Ball deep on the angle right side, Latrell Begay. And he feeds his teammate, Latrell Smith. Preston Power rejects his shot. Ellsworth unable to make the shot in transition. Power misses, and he's going to get a second chance at it. Preston able to get to the bucket on that. He's got 6 points in the first half. Sholo back in front, 19-18. And this shot is good. That's Latrell Begay. And he's going to get the and one opportunity. Fouled by Wallentine. Second foul in the game on Cameron. See Nash Brewer coming in, but Wallentine will stay. So Brewer comes out there and he replaces Mason Bigos. Chance for a three-point play, and it succeeded for Latrell Begay. And a timeout. Timeout taken after the make by Monument Valley. They'll grab that timeout, leading right now 21-19 as you take another look at the replay there and the nice play put together by Preston Power. Check some scores for you, at least any scores that might have been posted. And from games played today around the state. Well, the Snowflake Alchesay girls game has not been posted yet. I kind of expected I might see that. Snowflake had a halftime lead. Don't know what the final ended up being in that game. Tuba City beat Hopi 62-27. How about the Tuba City Warriors, the Lady Warriors? They have really gotten off to a great start that began with that victory over the Winslow Bulldogs a week ago. That game-winning shot at the buzzer. We're going to get a foul before the shot. No continuation. Ralph Gray, the guy that committed the foul on Preston Power as he was heading toward the baseline. First foul of the game on Ralph. The first team foul in the quarter on Monument Valley. Power missed the shot off the inbound. Rebound, Sholo, and a Mustang foul. 2 shots on the way. Latrell Begay, the guy that committed the foul, his first of the game. This is Hadley Dazen at the foul line. Able to connect on that one. And that one's as good as well. Tie game, 21 apiece, a minute and 15 now remaining in the first half. And Nash Brewer steals it for Sholo. Dazen missed the first, tipped it back in, stayed with it, and got rewarded with the bucket, but it was Nash Brewer defensively to make that thing go. And a shot block by Preston Power. They're going to whistle him for the foul. Preston got kind of emotional, didn't he? Kind of celebrating a little bit after the thunderous block from behind on Latrell Begay's shot attempt. He got a piece of him with the arm. But Preston was not going to waste the opportunity to tell the world just how he felt about it. Begay at the line. The first one is good. And so is the second one. He's got 8 points in the game. All of that in the second quarter. He, along with Latrell Smith, lead the way in scoring for Monument Valley with 8 points each. Latrell scored all of his 8 in the first quarter. There's a nice lob inside from Nash Brewer to Preston Power for the 2. Preston's starting to get work done. He's got 8 points in the game. The drive and the shot won't go in for Sean Shorty. About 2 seconds separating the game clock and shot clock. Begay deep on the angle, left side. Now to Kerry Nash, 20 seconds. 15 on the shot clock right now. Nash drops it off, and that was well done. Somebody broke down on defense. Ralph Gray off the Kerry Nash assist for the shot. 4 seconds, the floater by Dazen. He is fouled. 2 shots on the way for Sholo. And that's not when you want to commit a foul. Not with 3 seconds left in a half. And it's the second foul of the game on Latrell Begay. Monument Valley's done a terrific job of staying close, staying tight in this game with Sholo. Cougars had the first 6 points of the game before Monument Valley went on a scoring run of their own. See if Dazen can break the tie right here, and he does on the second foul shot. 2 seconds. Latrell Begay throws it up on the run at the buzzer. Shot no good. And the Cougars get a foul shot to take a 1 point halftime lead, 26-25 in this Freedom matchup Not a region game for either one of these teams. We'll break it all down for you at halftime coming up in a moment, everybody. It is, again, Sholo 26, Monument Valley 25. Stand by for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report in a few moments. This is Northland Basketball. It's presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
With Choice NTUA Wireless, you can work, stream, surf, and play with the full power of our broadband service. We have expanded our network for more coverage and improved internet plans for your home. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/broadband and order your home internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Every home has a story to tell, and your furniture sets the stage. From classic to contemporary, farmhouse to European, the Furniture Gallery will match your taste with the perfect centerpiece or accent. Make each room in your home a place to gather, connect, and create lasting memories. The Furniture Gallery doesn't just sell furniture. They deliver comfort, quality, and unparalleled customer service. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, helps make a house a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
When words are just not enough, to celebrating an everlasting love or brightening your home with a splash of color, the Bloomhouse Floral Design Shop in Pine Top is your floral design partner. Beautiful spring blooms are ready for grab and go. Want to deliver flowers often but don't want the hassle of trying to remember? Bouquet subscriptions are now available. The Bloomhouse, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 until 4, is dedicated to bringing the beauty of nature to all.
You probably already know the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass jingle, but this holiday season, that jingle means holiday cash. Now through Christmas, we are giving away $500 cash each week and $1,000 bonus cash right before Christmas. Hello, Santa! Right now, when you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint for your insured windshield replacement, you can choose 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash, or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. That's a great idea for a present from the best auto glass tinters on the mountain. And everyone's name goes in the hat for weekly winners of $500 in holiday cash. And again in the hat for the $1,000 Christmas bonus drawing.
536-5972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Yes, indeed, it's halftime. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our broadcast location at Hatch Toyota Arena, the home of the Sholo Cougars. The Cougars tonight taking on Monument Valley in this Freedom matchup. It's a non-region game, but an important game certainly gives you a test of where you are, just what kind of team you got early on in November. And I would say both teams have impressed in their own way here in the first half. You look at some highlights there on your screen from the first half of this one. Let's throw that halftime scoreboard up there on the board, can we? Get that going for you, everybody. 26-25 halftime lead for the Show Low Cougars. They made a free throw right there just before the half ended. To grab the lead, it's a game that has gone back and forth. Cougars led most of the way, but Monument Valley had a couple of moments there with the lead in hand. For Show Low, they are led in scoring by Preston Power. He's got 8 points. 6 of those came down the stretch in the second quarter. Hadley Dazen scored 5 points, all of that in the second quarter. Keegan Kobrowitz has 4 points for Show Low. Cameron Wallenstein with 3 points. Thomas Ellsworth has 3 points. Mason Bigos has 3 points as well. For Show Low, the Cougars have knocked down 3 threes in the game in that first half. And at the foul line, they are 4 out of 5 in free throw shooting through the first half of play. Monument Valley led by a pair of guys that have scored 8 points. Latrell Smith has 8 points. His came in the first quarter. Latrell Begay has 8 points. His came in the second quarter. So 2 guys named Latrell. Both lead the scoring. They both have 8 points, and they've decided one guy was going to score his 8 in the first quarter, and the other guy would score his 8 in the second quarter. Jaden Redhouse hit a big 3 in the second quarter for Monument Valley. He's got 7 points in the game. And then Ralph Gray rounds out the scoring with 2 points for the Mustangs. And if you're curious, coming into the game, how these two teams stand, let's talk for a moment about the Mustangs. The boys varsity. Coming to game with an overall record of 2-2. They beat Sedona Red Rock and beat them handily, 77-27. Then they beat Valley Sanders, beat the Pirates, 52-34. Before losing 2 in a row, Senegat beat them 70-42 on November 21st. And then it was Pueblo beating Monument Valley 68-55, and that brings us to this one here tonight. So 2-2 record, as we said, for the Mustangs. For the Show Low Cougars, this is their first game. The Show Low boys are looking for their first win of the season in their first game that they get to play. A little bit of a late start for the Cougars, and that might have been in anticipation of the potential of a deep playoff run in football, which did not happen, didn't make the playoffs in football. But going into the season, you would have expected a trip to the playoffs. They were one of the best teams in the state preseason, but then a couple of key injuries set them back big time, and he ended up not making the postseason. So if you're going to load up on a November schedule, you might be playing without your guys, or without some of your key guys. Nash Brewer would have been a guy on that list. Preston Power as well. You don't want to be scheduling games with those two guys unavailable. I'm sorry, you just don't want to do it. So meanwhile, Show Low playing the first game of the year, and we're going to wrap up our halftime. Just play the one ad from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, okay? Go to your media file. Let's go Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, wrap up the halftime report. We'll start the second half in a moment, everybody. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Yeah, hit that Mountain Mobile ad, okay?
You probably already know the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass jingle, but this holiday season, that jingle means holiday cash. Now through Christmas, we are giving away $500 cash each week and $1,000 bonus cash right before Christmas. Hello, Santa! Right now, when you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint for your insured windshield replacement, you can choose 2 delicious steak dinners at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters, or full-service car washes at the KK Express Wash, or a $100 gift certificate for window tint. That's a great idea for a present from the best auto glass tinters on the mountain. And everyone's name goes in the hat for weekly winners of $500 in holiday cash. And again in the hat for the $1,000 Christmas bonus drawing.
5, 3,
Well, the second half is underway, everybody. And you can see the action on the floor. Nobody has yet to score in the second half. Well, that ends right there. Preston Power is into double figures. 10 points in the game for Preston as he gives Sholo a 3-point advantage. Here to start the second half of play. 28-25. Cougars in front of Monument Valley. This broadcast of Northland Basketball is presented by Choice NTUA Wireless and a hand check on the baseline. Thomas Ellsworth picks up his foul, second foul of the game. So early on in the season, before it becomes familiar to everybody, we'll remind you about the foul situation, the change in the way the fouls are done here in Arizona in high school basketball. They reset the foul count every quarter instead of each half like they used to. Remember, if you got to 7 team fouls, that was a 1-and-1. There's no more 1-and-1 in high school basketball in the state. If you get to 5 team fouls, it's automatically double bonus at that point for the rest of the said quarter. And the only change to that is overtime. As you watch a nice 3 go in from the corner right side, Cameron Wallenstein. It's his first 3 of the game for Sholo. Nice stroke out there by the lefty. 31-25, Cougars in front. Monument Valley has it. They've got an open look for a 3, but that's going to be too much on it. Rebound to Mason Bigos. Up the floor it goes to Ellsworth inside. Ellsworth gets the assist. And Preston Power gets the bucket for Sholo. The Cougars start Mason Bigos, Thomas Ellsworth in backcourt. Cutter Seeley and Cameron Wallenstein along with Preston Power down low for the Sholo Cougars. And there's a Sholo foul. And that'll be foul number 3 of the game on Cutter Seeley. And Cutter is going to get a chance to leave with that 3rd foul right now. So he checks out. And Hadley Dazen comes into the game for the Cougars. And Preston Power is able to reject the inbound pass right back into the hands of Ralph Grave III. And Ralph was standing, he was in out of bounds territory. So, great play by Preston. Sholo goes to work with the basketball and we'll get a foul. First foul of the game whistled on Latrell Smith for Monument Valley. So team foul number 1. Sholo's already got 2 team fouls here in the 3rd quarter. Dazen at the line. Obviously it was a shooting foul, and Dazen connects on that in the game. Hadley now is 4 out of 5. And perfect on that try. 5 for 6 in the game for Hadley Dazen at the line. He's got 7 points for Sholo. Monument Valley throws it away, throw it out of bounds. So they came out after very long bus ride that you get from Monument Valley to Sholo. I'm guessing by bus you got to make a stop somewhere, maybe stop in Holbrook or something like that. It's got to be a 4.5-hour bus ride. And to stay fresh, be fresh after that, that's a tall ask. Wallenstein the assist. Backdoor cut and a nice turnaround off the glass by Preston Power as he is starting to pour it on for Sholo. Preston's got 14 points. Ball goes inside. B goes to the miss. Slapped out of bounds. Sholo got a hand on it, knocked it out. 4:39 remaining in the third quarter. Sholo 37. Monument Valley 25. The Cougars have come out and scored 11 straight points, if you count the free throw in the first half to end the half scoring. Sholo scored 12 in a row before finally a pass inside finds Jaden Redhouse, and Jaden gets the bucket. That was 11 in the half in the quarter. 11 straight points scored by Sholo to start the second half. They've got a 10-point lead now. Latrell Smith, Jaden Redhouse. And Bigos deflected the pass. Save in, Monument Valley throws it in, Dazen steals it. And we get a player control foul? I think we do. Foul on Dazen. That'll be his first foul of the game. Third team foul in the quarter on Sholo. 10-point advantage. Well, there's more Preston Power action. Preston might get another opportunity. Nope, not going to happen. Turnover. That wasn't Preston Power, by the way, on the other end of the floor. Let's see if we got a replay on that. We get a timeout taken by Monument Valley. Boy, Coach Gilmore is burning his timeouts, isn't he? Is that Kerry Nash? Sure is. Kerry inside. Gets his first points of the second half. 37-29. Sholo in front. Coach Gilmore does not want this thing to get too far out of hand. Try to right the ship right now instead of waiting till later, right? I guess that's the, use those timeouts here now because you may not get a chance to use them at the end of the game if you don't correct what's going wrong right now. So the Mustangs down to 2 timeouts remaining, and you can see that Sholo has yet to spend a timeout. They haven't had to call a timeout yet in the game. Coach Simmons. Different Simmons. Well, I tried to get some scores for you, but... Well, let's see here. The Window Rock Lady Scouts have beaten the Winslow Lady Bulldogs. Thank you to Noah Grayson for mentioning that on the YouTube chat. Silverdrick Young said, what's good, Floyd, from the land of enchantment? Somebody over there in New Mexico, or are we referring to Monument Valley? I've heard both places referred to in that way. Somebody checking in from Billings, Montana, said, good luck, Hadley Dazen, who's about to throw the ball in right now for the Sholo Cougars. Delivers in. Billings, Montana. Hey, that's the home of a... Let's see, I believe Billings has a team in the Arena Football League. And my former broadcast partner, who is a Ring of Honor member for the Arizona Rattlers, I'm talking about the great left-handed quarterback that you all know better as Cedric Bonner. He is now one of the assistant coaches. He's the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator for the Billings Arena Football League team. So those of you watching from Billings, get out there and watch some Indoor football. The Arena Football League. That's not the affiliation, by the way, with the Arizona Rattlers. They belong to the Indoor Football League. The premier indoor league in the country. 37-32, 5-point Cholo lead inbound to Thomas Ellsworth. To Mason Bigos. Now Cameron Wallenstein unleashes a three, and he just kind of, you can tell he knew it was going down from the release. His second three in the quarter. Wallenstein has 6 points. Actually, he has 9 points, which is also near what the lead is for Cholo. They lead by 8 right now. Jaden Redhouse. Work it to Latrell Begay, tried the head fake, and somehow able to sneak that one over the top of Preston Power. Preston's such a good defender, so good at anticipating and shot blocking. But Latrell Begay, he was able to get the shot to go on that last trip down the floor, and another opportunity right here from Monument Valley. Dangerous pass, yeah. Jaden Redhouse tried to throw a pass over the top of the defense. He did not have nearly enough on it. Dazen with the steal. Bigos back to Dazen. Drops a pass to Wallenstein. Reverse lay-in. Beautiful. Pretty shot by Cameron Wallenstein. Boy, he got a lot of English on that one. Spun it down hard. And the Cougars back in front by 8 points. Redhouse now outside. Latrell Smith, the floater in the paint. That's a nice shot. So tough to make that one, and you got to have great touch. Latrell Smith bringing it from Monument Valley. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. At the end of the game, we announced the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Nice dish by Jaden Redhouse, but Smith unable to get the finish. And the Mustangs will give it up. That's a 3-on-1, and Thomas Ellsworth, too much, too strong. Preston Power the follow. And a quick whistle. With 34 seconds remaining in the quarter, that's going to be Coach Simmons calling the Cholo Cougars timeout. We'll take a 30-second break as well right here as we get ready to close out the third quarter. Stand by. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
Hey, coming up, our next broadcast of Northland Basketball is this Thursday back here to Cholo, Hatch Toyota Arena, home of the Cougars. The Cholo teams will take on Round Valley this Thursday. Girls start time 5:30 p.m. Boys scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, and we'll have it for you on our broadcast of Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Nice move. Good drive by Jaden Redhouse. And a strong finish for the points. 12 seconds left in the quarter. 6-point Cholo advantage. Nash Brewer. And he is going to lower the shoulder, try to go in. Lost the handles. Latrell Begay at the buzzer. Not quite there. Good effort. Wouldn't go in. And that is the end of your third quarter, everybody. Cholo 44. Monument Valley 38. Stand by for the fourth and final quarter on the way. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless.
You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call. You may qualify for free internet with Choice NTUA Wireless. If you already have Choice Tribal Lifeline, then you may also qualify for a free home internet connection with the Affordable Connectivity Program. Visit one of our Choice NTUA Wireless locations nearest you to get started. Give us a call at 928-730-2273 or go online now to choice-wireless.com/ACP and get qualified for a free internet connection today. Choice NTUA Wireless. Navajo owned, Navajo proud.
We get it. The last thing you probably want is a trip to the hospital. But the first thing you should consider is where you'll receive the best healthcare experience. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, we strive to be the community's preferred healthcare provider. Need a home doctor visit, a wellness appointment, or to utilize the latest CT and MRI technology? Our professionally trained staff will care for you with empathy and purpose. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hey, let's get it underway, everybody. The fourth quarter begins here from Show Low High School. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Floyd Simmons here on the play-by-play call for the Sports Zone. Bringing you this matchup between the Show Low Cougars, playing their first game of the season against Monument Valley. Checked in already four games under their belt. A 2-2 record as the Cougars miss on their first opportunity here in the fourth quarter. There's a three from Latrell Begay on the way. And he thought he had it. It glances off, no good. Thomas Ellsworth runs it up, misses in transition. Preston Power, offensive rebound. Putback is good, and a chance at a three-point play. Latrell Begay is the guy that got him. And for Latrell, that's personal foul number 3 in the game. For Preston Power now, 18 points after a pretty slow start and a pretty mild first half by Preston. 8 points in that first half. So now sitting at 19 and a 47-38 Show Low lead. Preston, I would say, is in prime position to pick up the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Now Thomas Ellsworth defensively able to force the turnover. He was in the hip pocket of Ralph Gray that whole time. Show Low gets the ball back. Cohen Stoddard has come into the lineup. So has this young man. There is Keegan Kobzowitz. Shot no good from the outside. Ralph Gray brings it in front court from Monument Valley. There's Kerry Nash. Now Latrell Begay. And Latrell will knock down his second 3 of the game. He's got lucky 13 points. That leads the scoring for Monument Valley. Jaden Redhouse has 11. Latrell Smith with 10 points so far. And there's a 3 the other direction, Thomas Ellsworth. Second 3 in the game for Thomas. He's got 6 points overall. Monument Valley's 5 on the floor. Mentioned this guy, Ralph Gray, the third with the ball. Latrell Begay now. He'll try another 3, and he gets contact off the shot. That'll be 3 foul shots for Latrell, and a foul called on Preston Power, his second of the game. So the other 5 on the floor for Monument Valley include Jaden Sosi, Kerry Nash, Jaden Redhouse. This guy at the line, Latrell Begay. Latrell going to make the first. Perfect on the second. Sosi leaves the game. Latrell Smith re-enters for Monument Valley. Cutter Seeley has returned now for Show Low, replacing Cohen Stoddard. And 3 out of 3 at the line. Latrell Begay, he's got 16 in the game to pace Monument Valley in the scoring columns. And off the miss, rebound Kerry Nash. And Monument Valley with a chance right here. 6 minutes remaining, a lot of basketball left to be played. 6 points separating these two teams. Show Low in front. Nash dribbles in, stops at the foul line to Redhouse, and now Begay on the angle. Drive, and he's just a little bit too much on it. Shot no good. Rebound Nash Brewer. Well, Nash is out there playing on a rehabbed foot that he broke during the football season. He broke 3 bones in his foot during the football season early on in the year. Sholo, when they were playing the eventual state runners-up Paradise Honors, Nash got hurt early on in that game, and he broke the bones. He actually made his way back into the lineup and played in the final 2 games of the year for the Cougars. But it was a heartbreaking loss in his senior season for the football team as you watch Thomas Ellsworth knock home a big 3 for Sholo, 53-44. The Cougars in front now. Mustangs have 2 timeouts remaining. Kerry Nash, well, he had a lane. It opened up toward the baseline, and he was getting a little bit of a reprieve defensively by Cutter Seeley, who's out there playing with 3 personal fouls. Doesn't want to pick another one up now. Not anytime soon anyway. And Nash had an opportunity, just couldn't convert. Preston Power has a 3 for the Cougars. Mr. Everything for Sholo, Preston Power. He's got the shots inside, and he does it outside from time to time as well. Not all the time. But hey, leave me alone, give me a shot out there, I'll knock it down, and he does. That was perfect for the big fella. And if you get a haircut like that, you better be able to hit that shot right there. Good looking haircut. I'm just saying, man, it takes a man to step out in front of the packed arena. It's not really packed. Sporting that haircut. Yep, he comes to play, and Preston's had a great game. 22 points in this one so far. His teammate, Cameron Wallentyne, with a pair of 3s back in the 3rd quarter, has 11 points. Thomas Ellsworth has made 3 threes in the game. He's got 9 points. Hadley Daysum, 7 points for Sholo. Keegan Kobzowitz has 4 points. Mason Bigos with 3 points for the Cougars. Sholo's made 7 threes in the game. Inbound, start the clock, 4:45 remaining in regulation. Here's a pass stolen by Cutter Seeley, or is it tied up? Jump ball. Cutter was able to disrupt that, deflect that pass. Latrell Begay eventually got on it from Monument Valley, but he was unable to hold possession. So the jump ball, Monument Valley has it for the inbound. Latrell Smith outside. And there's Kerry Nash on the drive. Threw it up there. That one no good. Cameron Wallentyne back in the lineup for Sholo. Has the rebound. Drop it back. Ellsworth try to add to his 3 threes in the game. Unable to. And saved in by Nash Brewer to Kerry Nash. Nash to Nash. 56-44 on the baseline. Ralph Gray's turnaround no good. Got it back and got rejected by Cameron Wallentyne. Cameron struggling to try to maintain control. Finally does. Brewer bounce pass. Seeley shot on the baseline. No good there, but that'll be a Latrell Smith foul that sends Cutter Seeley to the line for a pair of foul shots. 2 personal fouls on Smith now. Well, somebody out there was listening watching from Massachusetts. If I'm not mistaken, as I looked a moment ago at the chat sitchy-witchy, I think that they had said that they were relatives of Cameron Wallentyne, as you get a foul shot good there by Cutter Seeley. 13-point advantage for Sholo. We'll start to think more and more about the Sports Zone's player of the game and who is going to get that award. Take a look at Latrell Smith dropping back on defense after Monument Valley lost the ball out of bounds. In the corner, Seeley back outside. Ellsworth with the basketball. 3.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Brewer And now Preston Power on the runner. And he got the nice bounce out of it. Well, when you're Preston Power, you start to, you're kind of charmed, and he really is. Preston's having a game, 24 points for the Sholo big man. I think you would have to argue that Preston, certainly I would have to argue that Preston is coming into the season the best player in the 3A East region. I know that there's a couple of Winslow Bulldogs, a couple of Shola Snowflake Lobos, might argue. I'm going to give the edge right now to Preston Power and tell you that, I said earlier in the game, back in the first quarter when Preston had a really slow start going, that he is a guy who can drop 30 on you with regularity. And I'll stand by that. If he didn't have such a slow start, he'd be 30-plus right now in the game. And he still might get there in the final 2 minutes and 39 seconds. We'll see. 59-44. Sholo in front. Powers jump shot just off the mark. And the rebound is down in the hands of Carrie Nash. Ball along the baseline. And it gets knocked out. Mustangs got a hand on it. 2:15 remaining here in this one. Somebody out there watching from Tennessee, Kenesha Whitehorse. Thank you, Kenesha, for checking in here in support of the Mustangs. Somebody out there also watching from Mesa, Arizona. Here's a jump shot, no good, tipped around. Nash Brewer, the Sholo rebound. That was Jeff Bigos out there. Okay, it wasn't Cameron Wallentine relatives. It was Mason and Evan Bigos, their aunt and uncle, watching from Massachusetts. How's the clam chowder tonight? We got a timeout. Sholo calling a timeout. A minute 52 remaining in regulation. How in the world is the clam chowder tonight in the great state of Massachusetts? Would love to know for sure. Would love to have some. About right now, it'd be so good. So cold outside. Out here, a little clam chowder would just hit the spot. Somebody out there checking in from Alamo, New Mexico. Somebody from Tacoma, Washington, really? Mahalo from Tacoma. They say, Yego Mustangs. $59-44, Sholo in front. You see that message on your board there? White Mountain Regional Medical Center, they are going to present the Sports Zone's Player of the Game coming up at the end of our broadcast. Inbound, Thomas Ellsworth has it. Don't forget our next broadcast of Northland Basketball this coming Thursday, back here to Sholo. The Cougars take on the Round Valley Elks. We'll have the doubleheader for you here starting at 5:30 with the girls' game. As you get a Latrell Begay personal foul, his fourth of the game. And now a minute 40 remaining. So this Thursday, Sholo versus Round Valley. And then next Tuesday we'll be at the Wildcat Den. Chinle will host the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. And we get to be on hand for all of that. New athletic director, new boys head coach in Chinle. Can't wait to make the acquaintance of a couple of new leaders up north as you watch Sholo miss a couple of shot opportunities and then a whistle. And it's going to be a personal foul. Not a foul. Not a foul. Or is it? I didn't see the indicator. I guess it was the fourth foul of the game on Seeley. in the front court. This is Ralph Gray, and he just gave the ball right to Hadley Dazen. And then Preston Power. 26 in the game for Preston, a minute remaining in this contest. Well, I don't know, man. 61-44. I think I'd get Preston off the floor, like right now. Get him out of there. I mean, your hopes and dreams of a great season for Sholo, they are resting on the shoulders of number 11. I'm not saying the rest of those guys can't play. They've got ballers out there. Cameron Wallentine on the floor. He can ball it up. But Thomas Ellsworth's had a great game for Sholo. Dazen's played solid, but that guy with the ball right now, Preston Power. If this Sholo team is going to do anything, if they're going to win the region, if they're going to go to the postseason and get some work done in the playoffs, Preston Power is the guy that's going to have to power them to all of that. Now you're going to finish out the game. 10 seconds remaining in this one. Sholo's going to get the win. Leading by 19 and a takeaway, and that'll be your game right there. They'll run out the clock. And our final 63-44. We're going to announce Preston Power's name, I'm quite sure, as the Sports Zone's player of the game coming up. That's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. All Preston did was score 26 in the game. Fair share of rebounds, blocked shots. He was rejecting, swatting things left and right out there. You know, Preston is not as big as Akeem Olajuwon, but for me, he kind of had that feel today. It was like Akeem Olajuwon out there going to work for the Houston Rockets back in the day. You know, just the whole size thing, the dominating presence out there. And that's the kind of contest we got out of him today. We're going to talk to Preston. We're going to talk to head coach James Simmons as well coming up in our postgame wrap-up, everybody. We'll grab I guess we're going to stay right here. We'll just do it all in one fell swoop. It's just one fell swoop is all this is. We get to do it all right now. Let's get that post-game scoreboard up as soon as we can do it. Yeah, they're working on it right now. What a game, what a win for Sholo. Let's get it rolling, everybody. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, going to work on that. We'll get rolling right here, everybody. A big win for the Sholo Cougars as they open up their basketball season here tonight, everybody. A post-Thanksgiving but November showdown for the Sholo Cougars as they hosted the Monument Valley Mustangs. And we welcome you into Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Time to speak to the Sports Zone's player of the game. That is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. There he is. There he is, the big guy. Preston Power picks up the award tonight after a 26-point night. A few rebounds, a couple of thunderous block shots out there. All in all, great game turned in by this young man. Preston, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Well, is that the way you wanted to start the season, get a victory over a quality team?
Totally, and best way to do it.
Yep. Why did you guys schedule a start to your season so late? Do you know? Did it have to do with maybe the thought that you might have a deep playoff run in football, you know, when the schedules come together? Because these guys, Monument Valley already has 4 games under their belt. Your first game today.
I don't know. I think it was just what it was meant to be. I don't see why we scheduled a little later than others.
Well, with your didn't make it to the playoffs in football, so you've actually had quite a bit of time to get the team ready, right? What's the lead into this been like? You've had, I would say, about a month of work, right? Practice, getting ready?
Yeah, about a month. It's a few days off, and yeah, usually about a month.
Okay. We're talking to Preston Power, everybody, the Sports Zone's player of the game, and a big win, 63-44. You really stretched it out there in the end. Monument Valley got a little desperate like you do when you're down, and you guys took advantage of that. What would you say about the overall performance of the Cougars tonight? How did you feel about it?
We had a lot of great team ball. We were passing the ball around and not giving them second chance shots, and we were doing good, cleaning up the boards and getting easy shots.
What is it about this team so far? I know it's early, it's young. You got a lot to figure out about your team. That's what December's all about, right? Figure out who you are and then really start to get things going in January. What have you figured out so far about the Cougars?
Well, that we play great team ball, and we're starting to work together really good, looking good.
All right. I made a comment about you right there at the end of the broadcast that out there watching you play tonight, your 26 points, again, all the things you're doing. You had a little bit of outside game going on tonight as well. To me, seeing you with your size advantage in a game like this against, high school players as you normally do, you're usually the biggest guy out there. It was like watching Akeem Olajuwon. Are you familiar? Do you have any Akeem Olajuwon? Or does that go way too far back for you?
Probably a little too far back.
Ask your dad, okay? Because I know your dad knows who I'm talking about. And that's, to me, what I saw out there, which is just to say this. A dominating presence, very tough to beat defensively, very tough to beat on the glass, and of course, the wherewithal to get a bunch of points and score a lot for your team tonight, which is what you did. You feel good about a win?
I feel great. It was amazing.
All right, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, Preston, and enjoy the win, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, the Shola Cougars have defeated the Monument Valley Mustangs. Final score again, 63-44. Northland Basketball is presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. And our postgame will continue. I'm telling you, man, it was Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't know, Derek, can you relate? Hakeem, no, not really? Yeah, these young guys, they don't know. They don't know what's up. I'll ask Coach Simmons his thoughts about that here in a minute. Final score tonight, this Northland basketball broadcast, boys basketball, 63-44. Sholo has defeated the Monument Valley Mustangs, first game of the year for the Cougars. So obviously 1-0. Monument Valley drops to 2-3 after this. So quite a bit of experience for Monument Valley coming in, but a first game of the year for the Sholo Cougars. And their head coach, James Simmons, joins us now. Coach Simmons, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this the way you wanted to see your team perform when you came out for your first game of the year?
Yes, I thought we came out a little sluggish, but first game of the year, a lot of new moving parts. But I thought the kids played well, settled in. A couple of sophomores early. One started and one off the bench pretty quick. Some returning players, some leadership from Preston and Thomas. So I really liked what we started today.
You got a great performance out of Preston. 26 points in the books. He was swatting balls out there, blocking shots, collecting rebounds like he does.
Right.
It was just the slightly improved version of Preston. A lot of kids that come into their senior year, you don't see a discernible difference, but I feel like there's something else about him this year. Am I seeing that right? Is there a new level that Preston is taking his game to?
I think absolutely. I think one of the things he and I talked over the summer, and he said, Coach, I think I'm going to play football again. I said, please do. Toughen him up. He's a hard-nosed kid anyway. He's playing hard. So he's one of our leaders. He and Thomas have to lead this team from last year to this year, and so I was really happy with his play. I was really happy with Cam Valentine, who first-time starter. We had 3 kids in double figures, and if we're running the system that I run, we've got to have multiple kids in double figures. So that's the things I look for.
And let me ask you a question about. The third time I'm going to reference this here. I said it at the end of the game, and then I asked Preston if he could relate to this comparison that I gave in the dominating presence and performance of Preston here in the game tonight. I compared him to Hakeem Olajuwon. Again, biggest guy on the floor, playing with a dominant presence. Can you see it at all? Did you see what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, yeah. He definitely clogged up the middle. He got some, like you said, some big rebounds. Did a good job of outletting to our guards. We really pushed and attacked, and he really made some mid-range jumpers. He hit that 3, and people go crazy, but that's what we do. I mean, you saw us last year. We kind of, if you're open, you better shoot it, or you're coming out if you don't. So I was okay with the shot. I'm really impressed with him. I thought our point guard Mason Bigos played well for us till he went down with the injury. Again, we're going to have to take it game by game, day by day, and we got 2 more tough ones this week with coming up at home at least. But I'm really happy with our kids, and a good win for us. They thumped us last year, if you remember, up there pretty good. And so I know they lost a lot of players from last year. But it's a good feeling to start 1-0.
Yeah, always is, Coach. Is it too early for me to ask you what your expectations are of this club then, or do you need some more time to formulate your opinion?
No, it was the same as last year and this year. We want to compete every game. We want to win every game. We want to compete for the region title. We want to make the state tournament. We want to make a run in the state tournament. If we continue to play well together, I thought we passed the ball well tonight, swung the ball around pretty well, looked inside, got some good baskets, made I think 8 out of 11 free throws. So if we get to the line, I'd like to see us get to the line a little bit more and make those free throws. But I think we've got a chance to be a pretty good ball club.
Hey, Coach, how do you like the new rule with the free throws?
I love it.
With the
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the guy who likes all the old stuff and that kind of thing. But I think it improves play. I think they're trying to clean it up in the paint a little bit by stopping the 1-and-1s. So I'm good with it.
I'm starting to agree with you. I've gotten a dose of it now here early on in the season, and it was at first difficult to get used to. But I am starting to see it. It does kind of make for a kind of a smoother play.
Right. Absolutely.
It's a better game, there's no doubt. Reset those fouls and go double bonus on the 5th foul of the quarter. Yeah. Well, Coach, great talking to you. Great seeing you. And,
absolutely.
We're looking forward to a season of covering Show Low Cougar basketball. Right. Congratulations on the win.
We appreciate you guys and covering us, and looking forward to seeing you again soon.
You got it. Got it. There you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Coach James Simmons, the head coach of Show Low, and they get a 63-44 win tonight over the Monument Valley Mustangs. Northland Basketball presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. And with that, everybody, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and remind you that our next broadcast will be this Thursday, couple of nights away, back here to Show Low as the Cougars take on the Round Valley Elks. We will have the doubleheader of the girls varsity at 5:30 and the boys at 7 o'clock right here, as always, at the Sports Zone. Big thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see you again real soon. And by the way, we'll be at the Wildcat Den coming up on Tuesday night. Chinle hosts the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. We'll be there in Chinle, everybody. Can't wait to find a nice fry bread stand out there somewhere. Well, want to thank our broadcast team led by our producer, Derek Simmons. On camera tonight, Sean Ulvistad. Our technical director, David Simmons. Yes, that David Simmons. And some technical assistance tonight as well from Jake Decker. Yes, that Jake Decker, everybody. For the entire crew, Floyd Simmons, thank you for joining us. Reminding you to join us again real soon for our next broadcast of Northland Basketball, presented by Choice NTUA Wireless. Final score, Show Low 63, Monument Valley 44. God bless you, and good night from Show Low.